Alright, Improvisation Center is back again with a different truck. This time we are working on the DOB. Yep, the dirty old bastard. This is a 1980 Ford F100 truck that we picked up from a friend a little while ago and we'll be working on. This is also the same truck that we got along with the old minivan that we gutted earlier as well. But we're going to work on getting this thing back online. It's really basically some simple stuff we got to do to it. Tune-up stuff, replacing belts, draining the fuel tank, fuel filter, possibly a carb rebuild. Just more or less freshening it up so it could be running and driving again after having been sitting for probably 8 years or so, something like that. Been sitting a while. We did get it running at one point in order to be able to drive it up on our trailer as well as off the trailer and into the back over here. So it is a running and driving vehicle. It just needs to be freshened up. So first thing we're going to really do right now is plugs and wires, and right alongside of it the cap and rotor. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with that fun. On there. Shit. Boom. That one don't even have a label on it. So we are going to go right along with how they have it set up. We are not changing anything. The same engine as in the FMT. Let's just hope. Well, I ain't gonna say let's just hope. I know this engine doesn't have the same issues like that one does. We would be more likely to just have issues with it not running for a while. Off easy. See how this one looks. Not too horrifying. Got a little Earl on it. On here, nothing too serious. A little bit worse than the other ones, but it's coming out anyway. shit on this plug. I don't know if this can be seen, but there is some shit on there. That's why I use the pliers. It's not worn, but it's coming out anyway. Conveniently, the fuel pump on this engine, which is equipped with power steering, is tucked away underneath the power steering pump. So the power steering pump has to come out in order to access the fuel pump. Excellent design, but yeah, at least to remove the power steering pump, it doesn't look like it's going to take too much effort. It looks like just a couple of bolts on the bracket, and the pump should be able to move free out of the way enough, at least, without hopefully having to take the hoses off in order to get to the bolts and the fuel lines to get the fuel pump off. So I'm going to get that started. Kind of allows me to kill two birds with one stone. When I put the power steering pump back on, I can also put the belts on too, since I'm already going to have the power steering belt loosened up. Move those wires out of the way. Power steering pump is right there. Might just be easy to get the pump all the way out and cut the bullshit. That's one of the perks of a V-belt system. If any one component fails, you can actually remove the belt from that bad component and not worry about killing your whole system because of everything being interconnected. Okay, let's see. Now, one more little low pressure hose. There we go. It's free! Alright. It's all downhill from here. The other concerning thing is that compression fitting on the fuel pump. You need to squirt that with some oil. Well, it's really not going. I'm twisting the fuel line. I'm breaking the fuel line. Well, Kind of seen this shit coming. So along with our fuel pump, we got to replace a fucking fuel line. Wonderful. Twisting, twisting. Never to be the same again. Oh yeah, this is fucked. This is really fucked. Yep, there goes that fuel line. Now get the son of a bitch out. Of course it's gonna fight me to the end. Get this other shit off. That would be smart. Yep, our original 1980 F-150 fuel line is garbage. Okay, the hard part's done. Now we can just get the rest of the fuel line out here. That's just a rubber fitting, no big deal. Rubber hose, I mean. That'll come out pretty quick. And it's all downhill from there. Time for the vice grip, or the channel locks. There we go. Along with our shitty fuel filter. Gonna go ahead and replace this hose too because it looks icky. So now, fuel pump. It's just a 1/2 inch. At least it should be. Things don't always go the way you expect them to at times, so but I'm gonna put my chips down on 1/2 inch. And I was fucking wrong. It's 9/16. Don't take me to Vegas. You'll lose your ass. But in all honesty, I actually would prefer a mechanical pump. Let's try this 1/4 inch drive stuff. When you keep things like mechanical pumps and mechanical fans, that's just that much less electrical crap to fail on you. So, if you do have something old, try to keep all your mechanical stuff, unless performance mods have it where you need to upgrade to electrical replacements of those items. But even then, to some degree, there are mechanical fuel pumps and water pumps that are high performance. Here's our dead fuel pump. So, garbage. Alright, got our new fuel pump here with our gasket on. Got our fuel filter with a fresh piece of hose here to also go on. Fuel line that will bend to get up to the carburetor. Probably not going to take the same route going all behind the AC compressor and all, because those are going to be some very tight bends that I'm not too sure are going to be managed with this tubing, even with heat on it. So I'll probably end up following another path, more external. So go ahead and get all this crap put in, wrap up this segment of the project. Also, had to turn the engine over some to get the cam lobe to a position where it's not putting any real pressure on the lever here, so I could actually get a good straight shot into the side of the block. So go ahead and get it in. Okay, got that in. Now, go ahead and put our fuel filter in. Probably trim some of this hose down. Don't need that much of it. Old hose, get rid of that. Okay. Get our screw stick. Alright, got that side done. Now, start looking at how the hell we're going to do our metal line. That's got to go right here where this little red cap is at. I'm taking off. So you got to literally do almost a half circle bend up and then kind of snake around. Okay. Stand by. Okay, I actually was able to get this thing bent and routed in a way where I did go up behind the AC compressor. It really wasn't that bad. You can see I don't have it secured, but got our fuel pump right there. The line is actually in the port, just not secured all the way like I said. It's got a good half circle bend right here. Then it comes up, snakes up behind the AC compressor, and there he is right there. Still got to do one more, probably about a 90-degree bend, and just get past the distributor cap so I could get right over here to the port on the carburetor, and then I could go ahead and secure everything. I'll probably have to tweak everything based on how the power steering pump sits and everything. There's a little bit I'm still going to have to do to get it to fit, but for all intents and purposes, it is more or less in. So go ahead and finish this thing up. Actually, this one belt that I had wasn't the crank belt, it was the power steering belt. Probably should have wrote down on each belt what they were supposed to be when I got them, but that's neither here or there. I do have the belt on, I just have to tension it up. Luckily the brackets are set up with little holes in there where you can put 1/2-inch breaker bars on there to put tension on that component, so you can tighten up the bolts and secure everything, which I'm going to do now. Without breaking a knuckle, though. Yeah. Okay. It's big and that's 15. No, that's 16. Just had that apart. Forgot it already? Alright. That is on. Now I'm going to go on and change the oil, and I'll catch you in a little bit under the truck. Okay, I'm under the truck right now, looking at our big ass gas tank. Yeah, this sumbitch here. Woo-wee. That thing looks like it's 5 feet long, 6 feet long. Look at this damn thing. All the way from right under the cab right there, right under the driver's seat, all the way to the damn rear wheel right there. That's a big damn gas tank. I hope this thing ain't full, because that's gonna suck trying to drain all that fucking gas out. But yeah, have to disconnect the filler tube right there. Got the straps, only 2 of them. Hopefully the bolts ain't rusted. And I got a jack right there with which to use to at least catch this thing on its descent down. I really don't want to be under that son of a bitch when it comes down. That's why I was filling up that tire right there, because I might have to go in on the other side to disconnect the straps on the final leg of this little journey, so when this thing inevitably comes down hard, I'm not underneath it. So I'm going to go ahead, get set up, start pulling shit off. Okay, underneath the truck here, on a muddy tarp, I got the straps down, got the tank kind of at a 45-degree angle, enough that I could access this sending unit. At first I thought about it and was going to try to see if I could just pump out the gas using the little portable fuel tank setup, using the pump on it, and just hooking the hoses up to it and shit, so I could go ahead and just draw the fuel out. But for whatever reason or another, the sending unit appears like it's got a clog or something, so I ended up being forced to have to drop the tank down anyway. But what I'm going to end up doing is pulling the sending unit off so I could do the same thing with the fuel pump and draw it out that way without the sending unit, so I don't have to fully remove the tank. I'm still going to have to probably replace the sending unit though, but at least I get all this damn gas out of here. As you can see, I got my camera sitting on top of the muffler here looking at the tank. So I'm going to spare you the bullshit, and I'm going to go ahead and knock this damn sending unit out of here and start getting things set up. Hopefully get this gas out of here. Stand by. Okay, got the sending unit out, and as you can clearly see, it looks like shit. It's all rusted. Even the float is gone on this thing. It's no wonder this thing didn't really draw any fuel up, even when I was trying to siphon it. It's probably chock full of shit inside this tube right here. That's gotta go. So, yeah, it's out. I got the tank open now at the top so I can get my pump set up, rigged up here, and we can get all this old ass fuel out of here. So let's get that started. Well, got our fuel set up going. Got our little fuel pump there on top of the portable fuel tank setup, being used strictly as a fuel pump to suck the gas out of there and pump it into the can. Had to use a battery and all this other shit. So yeah, already got a half a can that I filled up. Well, the can was already half full and I topped it off. I also topped off a jug with about a half a gallon of old motor oil that came from this truck. Got that mixed up with some old gas too, so I'm going to have a whole lot of brush pile starting fuel to last me a long, long time. So I'm going to let this stuff keep draining, And I'll get back to you shortly. Stand by. Alright. Hopefully we got the right belts now for the alternator and the AC compressor. On a side note, our fuel tank needs a sending unit, so the tank is going to come completely out for the time being. And I'm going to rig up a temporary fuel system, probably using a gas can and some hose, since we have our new mechanical pump in place. I'm not going to use my little electric fuel system set up since there's no need for an electric fuel pump. But until we get the fuel tank situation resolved, the gas can and hose will be our fuel tank for any time we need to run this engine and move this truck around, because I definitely want to get this truck off of this slop pit that I'm currently standing in, because I fucking hate mud. Damn it. Look at this bitch. Fuck! This wrong damn thing. Oh, God. But you know what? It's not a total loss. Because being the AC compressor belt, technically it's not needed. The main ones that are needed, the alternator, water pump, and power steering pump, are hooked up. AC compressor is just a secondary thing, but this belt still needs to go back. Yeah, got our fuel tank already on the ground. Just got to get this filler hose. Let's see if I can see that little fucker right there. Got to get that disconnected, get the tank all the way down, and figure out some with these straps. I probably can. I think one of the straps are already down. Yeah, let's get this shit down. Yeah, you fucker. There we go. Okay, what's snagging here? Okay. Okay, you. Let's go. Out you go. Okay, what the fuck am I catching on here? Piece of shit. Something like a truck up? Hey, motherfucker. No? Just gotta not be a dumbass. Now what? Oh, that damn thing. Oh, you dumbass. Vent tube. There we go. I don't have to jack up nothing. Okay, dumbass. Get the tank out. Yeah. Okay. Got one strap here. Let's get our other one. Where's that other one? Oh, wait, hold on. Yeah, there we go. The other one came down on its own. Wonderful. Nice. Let's go and suspend this somewhere out of the way. That way we don't have to worry about it giving us problems. And no more tank. No more tank. Because it's right here. It's out. Free. Be free. Now, I'm out of here as well. Ugh. So now, with our tank out, I have to do some little basic cleanup stuff inside this truck because this truck smells like shit. So, gotta clean the bed first so I could have somewhere clean to put our tank and stuff. And the inside needs to be cleaned out because the inside smells like shit. Moldy, dank, yucky. So, got some cleanup stuff to do. But after that, we gotta rig up our fuel system inside, put a battery in there, and crank this thing back up again. So, stand by. Okay, got our temporary fuel system set up. I actually just went ahead and used the portable fuel system can instead of trying to pull out a whole nother gas can just to use temporarily, because obviously here I just stuck the rubber hose into the filler port of the gas can. Nothing is hooked up on this thing. It's just a vessel for gas, but the hose is going down over to the fuel filter, which is now connected to the fuel pump, the mechanical pump, so the engine should be able to draw gas just like normal from the can instead of the tank. So also have our battery in over there. Everything else should be kosher, ready to start up. Let's see what the hell it does. Yeah, we're drawing gas. Some starting fluid. Okay, you stubborn bitch. Put it in gear. Looks pretty good to me. shit. Try this choke again. Let's see if I can actually move a few feet on this sloppy, muddy ass ground. Here goes nothing. Bitch. Bitch. I have to tweak that idle up some more. I don't think we're going anywhere. Come on. I'm gonna try. Hey, at least we're doing a sort of burnout in the mud. Okay, yeah, this is fucking hopeless. Looks like tractor time. Stand by. Here we go again, folks. It's in neutral right now, so don't do anything, just steer it. But be close to the brake as well. And yeah, open the window. Look at this shit. Mud is the bane of my existence. Now we have to go through this shit just to move a damn car around. But we moved it around. At least we got it to a spot right here where we can more easily work on it. And especially when I have to go back under here with the gas tank to put it back up, I'll be on gravel and not that shit. So go ahead and unhook this tractor, take it back to its home, and for the time being we're gonna conclude this segment because, well, the DOB is running, and for all intents and purposes, probably the longer this thing runs, the more it'll smooth out. The rings probably need to reseat themselves better, all that good shit. Get some oil treatment circulating through everything, so maybe it'll stop smoking like it is right now. Maybe not. Either way, it's actually running rather smooth, all things considered. But until the next time, we're done with this mud. We're on gravel again, and it's about time to go inside. It's cool out here. The weather here is bipolar. So yeah, get the tractor back and we're done. So you know what to do. Hit the like button, subscribe if you hadn't, drop a comment, all that good shit. Give us some suggestions for project ideas, whatever. Might do a video later on with some junk that we have to see if anybody has a interesting project idea for it, so stay tuned for that. So until the next time, I am done. I will catch you later.